Alright, so we can handle this one or two ways. You here to see somebody?
No, there's only one way this is going to be handled,
okay,
and it's the way that I'm handling it.
And how can we help you with that?
It's the way that I'm handling it.
Okay.
You
Business.
came in and you completed your business, and then it's time to leave, and that's what people do. They come in, they complete
but
their
respectfully,
business, and they leave. You didn't do that.
she doesn't get to tell me my business is done. Well, I am. I'm not raising my voice and cursing at you. I'm not huffing and puffing at you. If it was a private lobby, I wouldn't be able to videotape in here. Think about that before the next words come out of your mouth.
I'm having a conversation.
No, let me ask you. That's fine. This is public. Whoa.
Sit down, please.
I'm not.
I have people that need to conduct business in here, real business.
Ma'am, first off, you don't tell me to go sit down.
Sit down.
You don't tell me what to do.
I'm asking you to
You're being
sit
rude and
down.
interrupting at this point. You want to sit and do your investigative journalism? Do that. We're talking.
Look at her behavior, and I'm causing a disturbance?
So at this point here, either you're going to your car on your own, or you're going with us.
Alrighty, squad, here we are today at the Arundel County Board of Education building to drop off a letter of intent to sue for some shit that they did back when I was in high school. And yeah, I was instructed to come over here to this building, that this is where I would drop this off. That it's not done at the county attorney or state's attorney's office, but that I do it here at the actual Board of Ed building.
Hello.
How you doing? I was told if I was I needed to bring a letter of intent to sue over here and drop it off. Where would I drop that off at? Who would that go to? The clerk or?
And it's to sue?
Yeah.
The Board of Education.
Yep.
Let me get the legal department. Give me 1 moment.
Okay.
Just the regular legal office that's on the main page.
Yep. So is there like a building or like an office that I go to, or?
No, they're gonna come down. We're not allowed to let anyone in.
Oh. Well, what are all those people doing in there?
Those people are escorted by someone.
By who? No one's escorting them right now?
Those are employees
Oh.
of the building. They have badges.
Okay.
Did you say a name?
Yeah, the Board of Education.
Okay, thank you.
You talking to me?
Yes. Only our employees are allowed back there.
Okay.
They have to stay in the lobby.
Okay. It doesn't say that, but the door was open. I apologize. The door was wide open. Sorry, I walked in a wide open door. The other one says it's card access, so sorry I didn't assume that that door was off limits. It was wide open.
Sir. Can I help you with something?
My daughter, she needs to hang out with me for like 15
Can I help you with
minutes
something?
for her appointment. I'm assuming
No,
I need a bag.
I didn't ask for any
She's
help.
gonna be with me the whole time.
So what is it that you're doing here, sir?
Thank you.
Can we help you with something? You need to speak to somebody?
Oh, I can put her to work.
Sir. Are you here to see somebody? You here to speak to somebody?
Yeah, I've already spoken to somebody, sir. I didn't ask to speak to you. Don't talk to me.
Don't talk? Okay. Alright, so we can handle this one or two ways. You here to see somebody?
No, there's only one way this is going to be handled,
Okay,
and it's the way that I'm handling it.
And how can we help you with that?
It's the way that I'm handling it.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. Sir, here she is.
Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
Hi, can I get your name, please?
Jacqueline Money.
And what do you do here, Jacqueline Money?
I work for the board member's office.
Okay. Yeah, so I was told that if I was intending to sue the Board of Education for some things that happened when I went to high school here in the Anne Arundel County public school system, that I would drop that off here.
Okay.
Not at 2660 Riva Road with the county attorney, and not at the state's attorney's office over there at 8 Church Circle, that I would drop it off here with you guys. I just wanted to confirm that was true. I wanted to find out who it is I drop it off with, how I go about dropping that off, and things like that.
It's a formal complaint for the board members.
It's not a formal complaint, it's a letter of intent to sue.
Okay. I can certainly take that and get it to the appropriate location.
But you don't work in the appropriate location?
I'm not a board member. I work for the board members.
I just want to make sure I'm giving it to the proper person,
Yes.
that's all.
Yep. I work for Diane Howell, who is the board member's
Okay.
assistant. She is not here today.
Make sure I write all this down. I also want that guy's name too when we're done all this shit. I don't know what his issue is or what his problem is, but... And you said your name is...
Jacqueline, or I was out for a little bit because of going through all of this. I've
Yeah.
never actually physically taken one of these, so
Okay.
I can't. I can promise you that I'm going to get it to where it needs to go,
Okay.
and I can even give you my contact information for you to follow up with,
Awesome,
so I can
awesome.
tell you where it ended up. But I can't. I don't feel comfortable telling you that I know exactly where
What's
it's going to be
exactly,
right now,
yeah.
if that
Now,
makes
would
sense.
you mind if I just had a few minutes to finish filling this out? I just wanted to make
take
sure.
your time.
I
So
didn't
when I
know
have-
for sure. I was over there with Gregory Swain and them dealing with some stuff at the county attorney's office and
Sure.
stuff. So I just wanted to make sure that this was where it went before I sat. And,
Sure, and I have my little stamper to stamp the
Thank you for
date.
bringing that. They
Yep.
acted like that wasn't a thing over there at the county attorney when I asked to have it like copy stamped, and they were like, "What?" Like
Yep.
that never happened.
Yep.
So
But
appreciate
like
you,
I
Miss
said, I
Jacqueline.
just want to make sure that we get it to the appropriate location. I can't guarantee that's my office, but we will get it
Awesome.
where it needs to go.
Thank you, Miss
okay?
Jacqueline. I appreciate
You're
you.
welcome. Take
I'll
your
have them call you back down when I'm done.
That sounds great.
Thank you. All righty. All righty. Yep. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. Then I also need to talk to whoever's in charge of the security. Then I need to speak to whoever's in charge of the security division down here and things like that, so that I can file that formal complaint that you thought I was filing earlier. I would like to also file that now.
And you need to speak to someone in security?
Yeah, whoever's in charge of the security people, so that I can file a formal complaint that you were talking about.
Yeah, I remember. He's gonna come in and do it well.
Okay.
Head of security, I can give you his phone number
Uh-huh.
for the office, and I can have your name and information, and I can give it to him. He just stepped into a meeting now.
What's up? What'd you say?
Doyle Batton,
Uh-huh.
head of security here at the Board of Ed.
How do you spell that?
Doyle, D-O-Y,
D-O-Y-E-L-E. Batton?
Batton, yep, B-A-T-T. Yep. And we started going to the code.
Head of security. And you said he just coincidentally happened to step into a meeting right when I asked to speak to him?
Yes.
Okay.
And if you'd like
Sorry.
to leave your contact information for him, he can give you a call back. Or
No,
set an
no,
appointment.
no, I'm good. I'm not going to leave my information, but I'm going to speak to him.
Okay.
How long is his meeting going to take?
I'm unsure.
All right, well, I got all the time in the world, miss, so I got time today. I'll sit here and wait.
Okay.
Last week when I came out here, y'all were lucky I ain't had time, but what that kid say in the video? I got time today, cuz. Hey, what's up, Miss Jacqueline?
Thank you.
How you doing?
And do you need a copy of
Yes,
this?
ma'am, please, please. Please and thank you.
Yeah, of course.
And then I asked to speak to whoever's in charge of like the security department, but they said that he coincidentally stepped into a meeting right when I asked to speak to him, but
So are you recording us?
absolutely.
We don't consent to be recorded.
That's fine. I didn't consent to any of these cameras in this public lobby record me when I walked in here,
You're
but
on notice of that, so that's a different situation.
no, it's not, ma'am. This is a public lobby.
Okay, I'm
You
not-
work for the public. Can I get your name, ma'am? Ma'am, can I get your name?
She's gonna make you a copy. and come
Yeah, I know, but I want her name.
My name is Laurie Pritchard. So
And what is it? What's her name? Laurie what?
Pritchard.
Pritchard. And what does she do here?
She works for Antelope County Public Schools for the law office.
Well, she worked for the law office and she doesn't know the law about recording in public and public lobby. She's going to get educated today. That's sad. That these are the people that work for our county and the law department. She's going to get educated on what a public lobby is and what filming in public is. It's a First Amendment protected activity. I have the right to film in publicly accessible areas. She works for the public. If she doesn't want to be recorded, she can go back behind that door like she did. But to come out here and tell me I can't do that or she doesn't consent to that, that's not fair. I appreciate you, Miss Jacqueline. You've been very nice, and that's the difference between a good employee and a bad one. Everybody else here has been very rude and ignorant. You've been very nice, and I appreciate you, Miss Jacqueline. Oh, you work for the law department and you don't know about filming in public and stuff like that? You would just say that? Why would you say that to me? If you work in the law department, you should know better, Laurie. I'm good. I'll sit here in this public lobby until it closes if I want to, Laurie, because I'm waiting for somebody else to come down, but thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jacqueline. I appreciate you being nice. Fucking assholes. Fucking ridiculous. Now, do you also work for the security department, ma'am? Is that you also work for the security department?
Yes,
Can I get your name as well?
I'm not allowed to give that.
But you work for the public.
Correct.
You are allowed to get that. It's actually public information. I could go and PIA that. They call it here in Maryland. It's a FOIA, but they call it here in Maryland. It's Public Information Act. I could go and PIA your name, salary, all that information right now if I wanted to.
That's fine. We're having our supervisor and our security department come down and they'll be able to.
Okay, that's fine. But you don't want to give me your name? Okay.
I don't feel comfortable with that. I'm so sorry.
Okay. But you wanted me to give you my name, though.
I was doing that because you wanted to speak with Doyle, Batton, the head of security. He's
Well,
a
no,
very
but you
busy
guys
man.
actually asked for people to check in over there, so you asked for them to give up their identity to even check in this building. So you want my name.
And that's just the process in a government building. You have to give your information, and it's all by appointment. It is.
No.
It is.
So I actually have a Fourth Amendment right to unlawful searches and seizures, and that includes my identity.
And that is fine. It might me as well.
No, you work for the public, ma'am. You gave up that right when you work for the public. Your information is open to the public. I can go FOIA that all right now. I will. 25 cents per page. Sir, can I get you to identify yourself? Since you made contact with me earlier and tried to tell me things were going to go your way. Can I get you to identify yourself since you made contact with me earlier?
I don't need to identify myself.
No, I didn't say you needed to. I'm just asking. I'm just asking. I didn't demand things of you like you tried to do with me. I'm just asking, sir. That's all. Can I get you to identify yourself, ma'am? No? You guys want me to identify myself when I come in here, though? Now, see, that's how you're supposed to do it. If you don't want people going into an area, you generally shut the door. You don't leave it wide open, inviting them into it.
Sir,
What's up?
I'm understanding that your business here is included, so I need to ask you to leave the building, please.
Well, so this is actually a public lobby, and it's open to the public, and this is during
It is open
business
to the
hours.
public, and
During business hours.
it is open to the public, and
Yep.
you're not, but you don't have any business here right
I do
now?
have
Your
legal
business
business.
is concluded.
I
What
do
is
have
your
business. I'm an independent journalist gathering content for a story, ma'am.
Okay, but you are finished now, so
No,
it's
I'm not.
time for
I'm
you
still
to leave.
gathering content for my story.
I'm asking you to leave. You've done
Okay.
everything that you needed to do
No, I'm not.
here.
I'm not done. I'm still
What else
gathering
are you doing
content.
here?
Well, I
Explain
need
that to
I
me.
need to use the computer and do some business, but it's none of your business what my business is.
Are you doing AACPS business?
Sure, I'm doing my own business.
No, you cannot do your own business
Well,
on
ma'am,
our computers.
I'm gathering
Those
content for a
computers are
story.
for people
That's
who-
fine, then I won't use the computer. I'm gathering content for a story, ma'am. I'm an independent journalist gathering content for a
You're
story.
going to have to
When I'm
continue
done,
outside. If
when
you
I'm
refuse
done,
to leave, we're going to call the police and have them escort
well,
you out of here.
when they get here, they're going to tell you, ma'am.
Warning.
When they get here, they're going to tell you that this is a public lobby,
No, what they're going
and
to
I'm
tell
not
you
breaking
is
any
we
laws.
have asked you to leave and you're refusing, which means you are now trespassing.
No, well,
so they are going to
actually, ma'am,
escort
you have
out
to
of the
have
building.
you have to have a reason to try and trespass me. You can't just ask me to leave a public lobby because you don't want me here.
People who are here to do business.
And I'm doing my business
you
as well,
are not
ma'am.
doing business.
I'm gathering content for a story, ma'am.
If you need content for a story, then you need to contact our
No, I
communications
don't.
office, and our communications office can
Absolutely,
help
no,
you
I
with
don't.
that.
No, I don't.
So once again, I'm going to ask
That's
you to
unconstitutional,
leave.
ma'am. No.
It is not.
Well,
it has
ma'am, see,
nothing
this
to
is
do with
different. You
constitutionality.
are asking me to leave, and I'm respectfully declining because this is public area.
Okay, so right now, I'm telling you to leave. If you're refusing to
Under
leave, we're
what?
gonna have the
Under what
police-
authority? Under what?
You have
Why are
no
you telling
other
me to leave?
business here. If you need to do a story, I
Ma'am,
can contact the
respectfully,
communications
you don't get to
office, and
decide
you
what
can-
my business is.
Sir, I do. This is
You don't
not
get
a
to tell
public
me when I'm
building.
done
It is a
gathering content for
private-
my story.
This is a private.
Can I-
It is
During
open
business
to the
hours?
public. and- Sir, I do. This is
You don't
not
get
a
to tell me
public
when I'm
building.
done
It is a
gathering content for
private-
my story.
This is a private.
Can I get you to
building.
identify yourself, ma'am? This is not a private building, ma'am. This is the Anne Arundel County Public Schools building.
That's
This is the
correct.
public lobby of the public school building.
building does not
Yes.
mean it is a
The
public.
lobby
It
during
is open
business
to the
hours.
public and
Is open to the public, ma'am. I walked right in that building. Nobody else has
We
to
are
show a badge or
finished
anything.
with our communication.
We're not.
I'm telling you that the
What is
police
your name,
department-
ma'am?
I'm not giving you my name. The
You know,
police
but you want to come out here and you want to try to have
police
authority over top of me, but you don't even want to identify yourself?
I'm asking you, I'm with the Office of School Security. I'm asking
Now,
you to leave
now how do I know that?
business.
Because you won't identify yourself.
First
You
of
just,
all, I
ma'am,
have this and I have a badge, and
that's
that's
sewn
all you
on.
need to
That's
know.
sewn on. You haven't shown me your badge. That's sewn on. I can go and buy an Under Armour thing and sew that on there
basically,
myself.
You're refusing to leave. Is
Well,
that what you're
I'm
telling
asking
me?
you under what grounds.
Are you refusing
I'm
to
asking
leave?
what legal grounds you have to ask me
This
to leave the
is
building, ma'am.
not
This is a public lobby.
building.
Yes,
It
during
is open
business
to the
hours.
public. And
It is.
it is Anne Arundel County
Public schools,
That does
lobby. lobby, but the lobby is open to the public, ma'am.
We are finished. The police are on their way.
That's
and they will
fine.
ask
I'm asking you to
leave.
identify yourself. This is a public lobby, ma'am. I'm just trying to file a complaint on you, ma'am, but I need your name. That's all. I can't file a proper complaint unless I have your name.
No, and are you videotaping me?
Absolutely.
I have not given you consent.
I don't need your consent, ma'am. This is a public lobby.
It's not a public lobby.
It is during
open
business
to the
hours.
public. And
It is a public lobby. This lobby is open to the public.
videotape me because you don't have consent, my consent.
I don't need your consent, ma'am.
Anyone's consent here to do that.
Then they should go home. This is public. There's no expectation of privacy in public, ma'am.
I have asked you to leave.
That's how you speak to tax-paying citizens, ma'am? You work for the public. You gave up your right and your expectation of privacy when you came out into public today. There's 27 cameras in this lobby, and I can FOIA all of that footage, so why is it any different than the camera on my chest? Why? Because you want to have something to cry about? Now, again, you came out here and told me to leave and try to have authority over me. Can you identify yourself, please? Are you guys telling people they're not allowed to come in here now? Really? She's lying. She's lying. It's open. They're just upset because I called them out for their BS. That's all. The public lobby is open to the public. They're just trying to shut it down to prove a point. That's all.
It's audio video recording.
Mine as well. Yep, absolutely.
I figured it was you. What's going on?
Yeah, so I just came out here to drop off a letter of intent to sue because when I went back and I talked to the guy that we set up the appointment for, the same stuff I dealt with over there.
Right.
I asked for the proper channels to file these complaints. What are there?
Let's step in here for a
Yeah,
second.
thank you. It's freezing. It's the same stuff we dealt with over there. It's a public lobby. I'm not going in any restricted areas. I'm not going up to people and being like da da da. I came in, I did my business, and I would have left if they just identified themselves so I can.
What do you need?
What I need now is I need his name, her name, their supervisor's name, and the proper channel to do that. I also need to file the complaint. I also need you to explain to them that this is a public lobby. She's trying to say that this is a private building and this is private property, but then she wants to acknowledge that it's Anne Arundel County Public Schools, and I'm like, yeah, behind those doors and behind there where you need a badge is private area, and that's why I'm not back there. I'm not asking to go into private areas. She's coming out saying your business is concluded. I'm telling you your business is concluded because I'm saying so.
Okay.
I told her I'm an independent journalist gathering content for a story. There's a time, place, and a manner on the things that I'm doing, and right now it's during business hours, da-da-da. I wasn't trying to cause the scene. She's the one making a big issue.
That meeting that we set up with
Yep, yes ma'am, yep.
Okay.
So, yeah, no.
Okay.
Again, I came out here respectful. It's all on video, so it's not like I'm out here like causing a scene. I obviously post this, so it's all, you know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
but yeah, no, I just simply,
Let me go chat with them, okay?
I just simply asked for, I'm gonna step back into this public lobby where it's nice and warm now.
The lady that was outside,
They were
Carrie,
telling people.
Let me chat with them.
That's
for a
fine. They
second,
were
okay?
telling people that they can't come in this building, and that's not right.
Okay.
Does that work? Does she want us to go down there? Or does she want us to
Okay. She said we're not meeting down there.
So,
This
that's
is
his card.
okay. Yeah, when I asked to speak to him, they tried to say that he coincidentally stepped into a meeting the moment I asked to speak to him about the other guy. So, you know what I mean?
Okay. So that's his card. He said you can reach out to him to contact a meeting to get any further information on what you needed. What you
Okay,
requested.
proper channels and stuff like
Yep.
that. Okay,
Yep.
that's all I need. It was just the proper, you know what I mean? If that's how they want me to do it, and that's how if that's the hoop they want to make me jump through, then I just needed the proper information to jump through that hoop.
Gotcha. He's
I
the
have no
security
problem jumping as
supervisor.
high as they want me to. I got all the time in the world, and I got all the leg strength to jump. So, you know what I mean?
So he's a security supervisor. So
Okay.
there's his contact information and his name. Okay.
Alrighty.
All right.
Alright, appreciate you.
No problem.
And you let them know that this was public and I could sit here until like the end of the thing if I wanted to, because I'm gathering
Yes, we
content for a
talked about
story.
that.
Okay, cool.
We talked about that. I'm assuming you're gonna leave with us, right?
Well, when I'm done my business, when I'm done gathering the content for my story, I will.
Okay.
That's
So
all.
it is a public lobby. That's right.
Mhm.
They are requesting that you're leaving because you've already completed the business that you need to complete.
Well, but
What
see,
else do you need to do?
they can't tell me that my business is complete. I'm
But
I'm
what
an
for-
independent
I
journalist
understand
gathering
that, Terry.
content for a
I
story.
understand that, but what more do you need to do?
Well, I'm gathering content for my story.
What's your content? To sit in the lobby and just and
Well,
do
I
what?
don't want to divulge the business of my story yet, but if it's my story and I'll gather content in the manner that I will, you know what I mean? The manner in which I'm gathering my content is legal, so it doesn't matter if I wanted to sit here and just watch people walk through that door. If I didn't have a video camera on my chest, would it make it any different?
I spoke with my supervisor. He advised the parking lot is public in terms of coming in here.
Into the lobby.
It's not considered a public building.
It is though. The lobby is. The lobby is open to the public though.
I'm telling you what my supervisor told me. So he said if security said that you created a disturbance, which
But
they
I
said
didn't.
that you did,
How?
and I want you to leave, that you need to leave.
How?
Terry, I'm telling you what they told me. If you want him to come up here and tell you that himself, he can, but...
Absolutely. I would love to speak to your supervisor.
Have him to your 421.
I would love to speak to him because I didn't cause a disturbance. I'm sitting down right now talking to you, you know what I mean? What about this interaction makes you think I caused a disturbance earlier?
He's on the way, okay?
A camera can't be, me wearing a camera on my chest can't be considered a disturbance. I didn't cause a disturbance. They caused a disturbance. I know. So how was it a
You're allowed to
disturbance?
film. I think the issue was what happened after you dropped off the paperwork.
Yeah, but I didn't do anything.
That's what their issue, it seems like, was that there was a disturbance. when
There
you-
wasn't.
I wasn't here to see
It's
it,
all on
but,
camera.
you know, okay, Tara, I hear you.
I know.
I'm just telling you what I'm
I know,
being
but if
told
I have,
and what they're-
evidence
what they're
contrary to what
saying.
they're trying to say, but I have video evidence contrary to their hearsay. What they're saying right now is hearsay. I have evidence contrary to the fact of their hearsay, and you're not trying
They
to
were
acknowledge
here, so
that.
that's not hearsay if they saw it themselves.
Well, no, but they're telling
That's
you,
not
so it's
that's not what
hearsay.
hearsay is.
They're telling you. You did not see it yourself.
Yeah, but
They're
you're-
telling you
you're
that I
also
caused a
telling me.
disturbance.
So what's-
I'm telling, yeah, but I have video evidence. I don't have to worry about telling you and my words convincing you because I have video to convince you.
Okay, but at the end of the day, if you
I have
security
video
and
evidence.
It's a private building and
It's
you
not
concluded
private.
it is.
It's
and
not.
you
It's Anne Arundel
concluded
County
your business
Public
and
Schools.
they're asking you to leave, then you
I'm
need
not.
to leave. That's what it is.
I'm not though. I'm not done my business. I'm in a public lobby of the public school building
What I was
conducting.
told by my supervisor is that at this point the parking lot is considered public. This is not.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
He's
How is
on
the
way,
parking
so
lot
he can
public?
Explain that to you.
If the building was private, then the parking lot would be private. Once business hours conclude, I can't be in here, so you know. But yeah, me getting up and walking like this around the lobby can't be considered a disturbance. I'm just walking, you know what I mean? If walking's a disturbance, we better start arresting everybody walking down the sidewalk, you know what I mean? That's all. Just to let you guys know, I do charge $50 per educational fee for public service and stuff like that, so I will be dropping off an invoice to this department as well for all of you. Jacqueline's the only person who is safe from that fee because she was very nice and knew her job and knew what she needed to do and came prepared. But see, like this can't be considered a disturbance, Chrissy. I'm just walking. I'm calmly talking to people. This can't be.
The issue was what happened earlier and the fact that
but
your
what-
business was
but what
concluded.
happened
Terry,
earlier?
You don't let other people talk. You gotta let me finish talking.
Okay, so what happened earlier? I'm asking
You
you.
came in, you asked to give your letter of intent to sue
Uh-huh.
or whatever it was,
Yep,
correct?
absolutely.
And then you gave that. You were met
Uh-huh.
with something that you deemed was resistance.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't here to see.
Okay.
But did you give them the paperwork that you needed to give them?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the conclusion of your business. And
No,
at that point,
my next
you
business-
started asking people for names and becoming
No, there's no becoming
and
anything.
disturbing.
No,
the
there's no,
peace of
no, there's
this
no
lobby.
disturbing. There's no
And
disturbing.
they asked you to leave and you refused. So
No.
that's where the
Okay,
issue is.
okay, well, no, there's an issue right there because by asking, it implies that there's another option. They're not demanding I leave. She was asking and I respectfully declined. Second off, I was met with
I think they got to
resistance.
a point where they were telling
I
you
was
you needed to
I
leave,
was not
Terry.
I was not met with resistance by turning in the paper. Like I just told him, Jacqueline came down and was
So what
respectful
made you so
and did
upset
the,
that you didn't just turn your paperwork
it was the
and leave?
gentleman and the way that he approached me and his conduct with me in this lobby while I was waiting for Jacqueline. He had no business with me but approached me and just
But did you
proceeded.
already give your paperwork in at that point?
No, I was waiting for Jacqueline to come down and speak to me. I had not even spoken to the lady I was turning the paperwork in, and he decided to approach me and tell me that things were going to go one of two ways because I said, hey, I've already been helped, I'm good.
So
Well, how
she
can I?
offered to make you an appointment to come in and discuss all this. Why didn't you do that?
No, there was no appointment to come in and discuss all this.
She offered
Who?
you.
Who?
I'm sorry, what is her name in the red? The lady in the red, Miss Powell, said that she
Thank you,
offered
Miss
the
Powell,
option-
thank you.
She offered you the option
No,
to
she
come in and make
didn't.
an
No,
appointment.
no, she did not. She wouldn't even identify herself. How am I supposed to come in and have an appointment with
So
someone I
what
don't
is the
even know?
issue at this point? That you just want to sit in the lobby and you're being told to leave? Is that what the issue is? Where are we at this point? With why you're still here?
How?
Are you still gathering content?
Yeah.
Okay. So when my supervisor gets here, are you gonna talk to him about it?
Yeah, I'll
Ask him
talk to
why
him
you
about it,
can't-
yeah. Because this is the issue, is that like you just said up here, you were saying to the things that I'm trying to tell you, you're saying, oh, well, I wasn't here, I didn't see that, I didn't hear that. Well, respectfully...
You're taking bits and pieces of what I said and making it fit your narrative.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you
no,
are.
you are trying to
Because I
make
have
this
listen
situation...
To what you're saying just as much as I have to listen to what
I
they're
know,
saying.
but you're...
Right now,
But that's it, is you're not listening to... But you're not listening to me at all. You won't listen to me at all.
This is a private lobby.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
It's a private entity, which private lobby.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
It's a private entity, which is what's in the paperwork
No.
that she gave me to give to
This
you.
lobby is open to the public. People walk in here without having to have a badge or anything. They can walk into this lobby. They can come in here and use that computer for business.
And you completed your business, and then it's time to leave, and that's what people do. They
But-
come in, they complete
but
their business,
respectfully,
and they leave. You didn't do that.
she
You keep
doesn't
saying
get to tell me
respectfully,
my
Terry, but
business
you're
is
not being
done.
respectful.
Well, I am. I'm not raising my voice and cursing at you. I'm not huffing and puffing at you. You're sitting here telling me that, I'm taking bits and pieces in this. Regardless, it's all on camera. Every bit of it is recorded.
It's on camera on
I know,
mine too.
but
that
you-
has nothing to
but
do with this.
it-
I told you
it
that
does,
you're allowed-
Chrissy.
It doesn't, Terry.
You weren't
keep
here when my camera was on.
Using the camera is everybody here is allowed you to videotape on your camera.
No, they haven't. They've tried to cry about it.
No, but see that. Listen to yourself.
Well, because
You're
listen
still-
to you.
you're still- you're
Listen to
still
you.
taping.
You're saying things that aren't true because I know my rights, Chrissy. Because when they approached me and they were mean and they were rude to me, I didn't give in to their intimidation factors.
Terry,
I
being
stood up
rude
for
isn't
myself.
against the law.
You're right, it's not. So why are you sitting here saying, listen to myself? You just sat here and said, listen to you. So what are you trying to say?
Because you're still here, and that is against
You're right.
the law.
No, it's not.
Okay.
This is a public lobby,
You can
Chrissy.
discuss it with my supervisor
I will.
when he gets here.
I will. I sat here and told this gentleman, if they can come here and show me that this is a private lobby, I have no problem leaving. Hell, at 3 o'clock when it closes down, I got no problem leaving because that's the end of business day. The issue is that you weren't here and your video doesn't have what happened before you got here. Mine does. And you won't acknowledge the fact that my video proves
Your
my
video
story.
Has nothing to
It
do
does.
with
It has
where
the
we're at
evidence.
right now.
It
Where
does,
we're at
because
right now
you're
is
trying
that
to say I
this
caused
is
a disturbance.
private lobby.
It's not.
You've concluded your business, and then it's time to
It's not.
go.
If it was a private lobby, I
Your
wouldn't be able to
video has
videotape in here,
nothing to
Chrissy.
do with
If
that,
it was a
Terry.
private lobby, I wouldn't be able to videotape in here. Think about that before the next words come out of your mouth.
See, you're very respectful. You sure are. You sit there and you admit that you get an attitude and you're not respectful sometimes and you get mad, but then you want to sit there and play the game like you're an angel. And you're not. The police are called every single time you go into a public building for a reason, Terry.
Yeah, and yet what happens every time? You educate those people that I'm not wrong and they are, Chrissy. Every time y'all come out there, you explain to them that they're wrong and I'm not. I guess I should probably ask this. I'll ask her. I'll ask her on camera.
I'm having a conversation.
No, let me
Just
ask
give
you.
me
That's
a-
fine.
to
This is
ask you
public.
to
Whoa.
go
Sit down,
conversation.
please.
I'm
I
not.
have people that need to conduct business in here, real business.
Man, first off, you don't
Please
tell me to go sit down.
Sit down.
You don't
Please
tell me
sit
what
down.
to do.
I'm
I'm
asking
asking you
conversation.
to
You're being
sit
rude and
down.
interrupting at this point. You want to sit and do your investigative journalism? Do that. We're talking.
Look at her behavior, and I'm causing a disturbance?
You came up and interrupted the conversation.
I
at this
didn't
point.
say
You have
anything.
the freedom and the right to be
They're having
to
a
do
private
that.
conversation.
I didn't say anything.
Continue.
And they have the right to have a private conversation.
Then they can go in private, sir. Then they can go in private. I'm asking you on camera, are you giving me a lawful order to leave this department?
Or if he comes in here and videotapes per your guys' rules, is that legal or not? It's illegal.
A rule does not trump my rights. Let me ask you, are you guys giving me a lawful order? I just want to confirm, are you giving me a lawful order to leave this building?
This is considered
Ordering you
private.
to leave this building.
Okay.
If I ask him not to videotape, then he should not be videotaping.
Okay. Okay.
There's no expectation of privacy in public.
We need him away from the door so that we can conduct.
Yeah, no, I'm not obstructing the doorway, ma'am. You guys are obstructing. I'm standing in the same spot you are. Chrissy, I was trying to ask you a question. I'm just asking you one question. Are you giving me a lawful order to leave this building?
I am telling you that my supervisor is on the way to discuss
I know,
that
but I'm
with
asking, are you giving,
That is
are
my
you?
answer to your question.
Okay, okay. So I've yet to be given a lawful order to leave. I just want to confirm that.
Terry, I told you to leave 10 minutes ago.
But I'm asking, are you giving me a lawful
Yes.
order? You are giving me a lawful
Yes.
order. Okay.
So are you going to leave?
Chrissy
Or are you
Creedick badge
going-
number
2375, Terry.
You're giving me a lawful
Yes.
order. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'll speak to your supervisor outside. Make sure he still comes.
Okay. He is on the way.
Don't worry. I got that on videotape. I know, but it's not, they don't need to know the reason though, respectfully. It's not their business. They're not entitled to it.
Hi.
Sergeant Hughes, can I get you to identify yourself, sir?
Sir?
Can I get you to identify yourself, sir?
Sir, I'm Sergeant Hughes.
Sergeant Hughes.
Anne Arundel County Police Department.
Badge number.
Badge number 1311.
Thank you, sir.
All right, can you identify yourself?
I'd rather not, sir.
Okay. Okay.
So I just wanted you to come out here and explain to me why it is this public lobby that I'm being allowed to film in.
Something. All government buildings aren't public.
No, I understand that, but this lobby is open to the public.
Okay.
You're right.
You've already been banned by the school board, correct?
No, I have not. Absolutely not.
Doyle Batton has told you not to come back here?
No, he has not. I have not talked to that man. I have his card in here to call and set an appointment up with him. But I'm gonna blip that out because I don't do free advertisements. But if you guys want to do a partnership, I can totally.
All right, listen, I'm being told by Mr. Batton that you've been told not to come back to this building.
Well, he hasn't known. They haven't told me that.
Okay, I can't go by what you tell me. I'm going by what he tells me.
Well, how is that, sir? How can you go by what he tells you, but not by what I tell you?
Here.
Okay, but you guys work for me. I'm your authority figure.
I don't work for you.
You're a public servant, sir.
Yes, sir, and I do not work for you.
You work for the public.
Okay.
You're here to protect and serve me.
I'm here to help you and protect you, yes.
But you can't come out here and tell me that you're going to believe his words and not mine. Sir, respectfully,
Yes,
I have a camera refuting every lie that he's trying to perpetrate upon my character right now. He is defamating my... No, it's between us because... I know, but you're trying to deprive me of public services based off of what he's saying.
I'm not depriving you of anything. They're depriving you of it.
Okay, but again, I'm asking under... How? How, sir? How can you tell me that I can't come into a public building? The issue is that you guys are lying and saying this is a private building.
I did not say this was a private building. I did not say that. I said not all government buildings are public.
She did.
I did.
Okay. She did.
I did.
She did.
They told me that. I did.
So this is a public school building. This is Anne Arundel County Public Schools.
Okay.
This lobby is open to the public. There is no badge to get in there, anything. From the hours of 9 to 3, the public can walk into this building and conduct their business.
Okay. So what is your business here then?
Okay, and I'm going to explain this in a couple of ways. The first is that it's none of your business.
Okay.
The second is I'm an independent journalist gathering content for a story.
Okay.
The third is I'm engaged in constitutionally protected activities.
Okay.
It's all subject to a time, place, and manner, business hours, public lobby, legal business.
Okay.
The issue was I came here to conduct legal business. I didn't walk in here just to sit down. I came in here to conduct legal business while waiting for the lady to come down. Somebody that works here approached me. A public servant who works here approached me, was very ignorant to me, proceeded to order me to do things while I was just waiting for a lady to come down. Lady came down, was very nice, spoke to me, said, yeah, you can sit down. Yeah, yes, sir, this is where you turn that in because I was told this is where, it comes to. She dealt with me over at the county attorneys. They directed me over here. They said, boom, you can sit down and fill it out. Call me when you're done. I called them when I'm done. Cool. Then I simply asked, hey, I need to know the name of the guy that was out here earlier so I can file the proper complaint for his attitude and the way,
makes sense.
Because I have a right, First Amendment right, to petition my government for grievances. Whether they agree with it when the grievance goes in and they review it, it's up to them. But I have the right to file it regardless. They wanted to deny me of that. Oh, so-and-so is in a meeting right now, so we'll take your name and call you back later. I'm not going to surrender my Fourth Amendment right to unlawful searches and seizures of my identity.
So
can I get his information?
Can you get out for just a second, if you don't mind? I gave you the card, though, and then
you did after. You're right. This is all before you got here.
I gave you the card. Your reasoning is why you're still here, right? So I gave you the card. I gave you the man's information that you wanted. And then you said you still wanted to stay in the lobby because you were an independent journalist and you were still conducting your business.
You remember that whole spiel inside about me interrupting people? Remember that whole spiel about me interrupting people and not letting people talk? So if I could finish what I was saying, no, it's not. If I could finish, no, it's not. If I could finish what I was saying, all this happened before you even got here. Thank you. So the lady came out in a red sweatshirt, an Under Armour sweatshirt, proceeded to tell me I'm the head of security, or I'm security, whatever, and I'm asking you to leave. I'm asking you to leave. I go, okay, I understand that, ma'am. Well, who are you? Can you identify yourself so I know the authority figure that is giving me these lawful orders? No, I'm not telling you who I am. I have a badge. Okay, well, where is it? How do I know that you actually work here? You're not just some random person coming up and telling me to get the hell out of here because she's screaming at me and being disorderly and rude. So then it comes down to the point where she goes and she talks to somebody and comes back and tells me again, you know, you need to leave. Again, I'm asking you. They asked respectfully.
Okay.
They asked, and they used that word. I'm asking you to leave. And I just explained to them, ma'am, this is a public lobby. Again, all I'm asking for is you guys to identify yourself so I can have the proper channels to file these complaints on the public servants the way I want to. She got upset and wanted to call the police out here.
Okay.
When they came out here, they even acknowledged that what I was doing wasn't wrong, that I could film in that public lobby because it's open to the public. Okay. So after we acknowledged that that lobby was open to the public and it was public property and that I could do this in there, they then got upset because I didn't want to walk out with them. That's the issue, is because I didn't walk out with them in solidarity, that all of a sudden this public lobby now became private property.
Okay.
And now all of a sudden became a private area.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
All right. Is your business concluded here?
It wasn't. I'm gathering.
I'm not asking it wasn't. I'm asking is it now?
No, it's not.
Okay. What else is it that you need?
I had more business to conclude in there.
Okay. All right, but you've been asking me.
Well, she gave me a lawful order to leave.
Okay.
So I left.
Okay, I appreciate that.
The issue here is that when I'm trying to explain to her, they're saying, oh, well, you're being disorderly, or you caused a disturbance. You caused a disturbance. Well, how? Well, they said so. Okay, well, I have video evidence that I didn't cause it. Well, your video is not what's in question.
Okay.
Okay, well, it should be, because right now what they're saying is hearsay. The same thing when you walked up here, you said you're gonna listen to that guy over me,
absolutely,
just because he's an authority figure.
Absolutely.
Well, how about you don't listen to either one of our stories and you watch the video that's uncut and unedited and is raw footage?
Let me tell you though, if you do end up getting arrested, you can bring that video evidence to court.
I will.
Or, however, if you want to file a complaint,
I'm trying to.
You can use that video evidence in your complaint.
I will, absolutely. I'm doing both of those things, sir.
I'm again asking you, is your business here concluded?
Well, let me ask you, is this sidewalk out here?
Answer my question. Is your business here concluded?
Is this sidewalk out here private property, sir?
I'm asking you a question. Is your business here concluded?
And I'm asking you a question, sir.
No, you're not going to answer a question with a question.
Back and forth.
Okay.
I'm Cam Cook. I'm the lieutenant that's on scene.
Okay.
So we need to resolve.
We do, sir. We do. Okay. And I haven't tried to escalate anything. I've tried to de-escalate. Yeah.
I'm not going to talk over you. I certainly hope that you don't talk over me.
All right. I'm sorry. You're right. I'm sorry. I apologize, Lieutenant.
Recorded. Yep. I forgot to say it.
Same as well. Same as well. Yep.
At this point, we have to resolve this. We're not going to go back and forth. We're not gaining any ground.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
My sergeant asked, your business is concluded here at this point because, number one, they're not going to let you back in the building. They're going to call us.
I know.
So your business technically is concluded.
Absolutely.
To answer your question, this sidewalk, yes, it is property that belongs to the Board of Ed, and it's not public. If you want to do some sort of protest or recording,
hold on, but they said,
then it's going to be at the sidewalk on Reaver Road.
Hold on, but she said earlier that the parking lot was open to the public.
I'm telling you this now.
Okay. That's all. I just wanted to confirm. That was all because I was being told different things. That's all.
I get it. So at this point here, either you're going to your car on your own, or you're going with us.
Yeah, no, I'll go. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I just want to confirm. So Lieutenant Cook, badge number
1433.
Okay, and you guys are giving me lawful orders to leave the Anne Arundel County public school buildings, public lobby, correct? Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Do you need anything else?
Well, I wanted their name so I could file the proper complaints. You gave me the guy's name, yeah, and then the lady tried to say her name out there. Miss Powell? Yeah, Powell. That's all I have is Powell. I just didn't, you know what I mean? That's very vague.
I don't know if they have.
That's very vague.
That was it.
It's very vague.
So we're gonna go with that.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
You have any questions for me?
Yeah, I do, man. Like, is this how people conduct themselves, and this is how they treat the general public, man?
I don't have anything to do with it. I can only speak from my interaction.
I know you're saying that you're the lieutenant on the scene, so you're obviously taking. Okay, can we walk to the sidewalk out here? Because I don't want them to try to arrest me for saying I'm still obstructing the doorway or anything.
We need to resolve this.
No, I'm trying to. That's all. That's all.
That's all. Arrest you for.
No, I know, and I'm trying. Well, I would love to believe that, but Maryland Capitol Police show me otherwise.
Okay. Well, hey,
so
again.
I know. So again, sir, that was the issue. Is I came out here and I was treated like shit by people that work here. So then after filing my paperwork, I just simply asked to then file the proper complaint on these people and do the stuff the way that I wanted to. Okay. This lady in the red sweatshirt right here is the one that came out here and caused a huge stink and made a huge issue. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to find out for sure, because I know that this lobby over here is open to the public.
And that's up to the people that control that building. That doesn't have anything to do with me.
No, I know, but you see where that's unlawful, that they can't just say right now in this moment that it's. Now, I'm gonna follow your unlawful demands, and I'm gonna leave. I just wanted to voice my grievances against Ms. Powell and her issue, and the fact that they want to change it to private property in the middle of. I think that was all. I just didn't understand how is that possible, sir. Can you tell me?
I'm not making any comment on that.
Oh yeah, don't worry. No, I'll go to the headquarters where I was just at the other day. I was just there 2 days ago, and Major Katie Gilman tried to come out and cause a huge thing. Apparently, no, I know.
If you go on aacounty.org,
yeah.
go onto the county website.
Yeah. I've already followed someone like the library employees and stuff like that. Yep.
All right.
That's all.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So, now we have all that on tape.
I'm going in. A gram or two, a cripple you. I hope you ain't got shit to do. A hit or two, a scramble you. So pass it like Campbell do. Mary Jane and Maryland, take you to the fairyland. One puff enough, get you stuck like a mannequin. Crack the Dutch, dump the guts, call it minivan. Cause I be packing blunts, something like a Mexican. My flow chronic, sonic like a hedgehog. And all these other rappers wanna rock like Snoop Dogg. Pussycat, I show you who the top dog. Treat you like a black widow, rip your fucking head off.